They never quit all year. I didn't expect them to quit tonight. They played hard. You know, we went out with our heads held high, playing hard, and that's the way it should be. Keep your heads high. You got nothing to drop your head about. Saints on 3. 1, 2, 3, Saints.
A great season for Central Catholic, but it comes to an end in Coal City. Again, our proud sponsor all year has been Buffalo Wild Wings. It's your headquarters to watch NFL football as the bowl games start coming up in college football, and of course all the college and pro basketball. Buffalo Wild Wings in Peoria, East Peoria, and Bloomington. They've been our sponsor all year, and right now we're going to take a look back at the year 2005. We're going to look at the favorite players of HOI Football Rewind. It's the all-Mattson team, not necessarily the best players in the heart of Illinois, but the ones we enjoyed showing the most on Football Rewind. Here is the 2005 all-Mattson team.
We'll begin the all-Mattson team with special teams, and what a special player at DMAC. Brock Jones was a standout on offense, defense, kicking, and punting. He'll make our all-Mattson team as the punter, Brock Jones of DMAC. Our kicker comes from Dunlap. Kyle Tour right here blasting a 46-yard field goal versus Morton. The kid's got a great golf swing and a great kicking swing in football. Kyle Tour of Dunlap, our all-Mattson team kicker. Our kick returner, Brian Lambert of Pontiac, the quarterback of the team, also a standout baseball player. He's headed to a big-time baseball scholarship. Well, it was many happy returns for Pontiac when Brian Lambert took off. He's the kick returner on the all-Mattson team. We head to defense, and we'll start on the defensive line. Eric Floyd of Bloomington, his job, get to the quarterback. He did it time after time for the Purple Raiders. Eric Floyd of Bloomington, our first defensive lineman. A couple of defensive linemen who are also listed as running backs in the program. Alan Calkins of Morton, undersized, but a terrific defensive tackle for the Potters. And Brandon Zimmerman of Metamora, again undersized, but a big-time player. Zimmerman and Calkins both on our defensive line. We'll also pick Darren Dirks of Normal Community. They're all stater, a terrific player. Normal Community has a ton of great linemen. Darren was certainly the leader of the linemen and one of their standouts. And from Bloomington Central Catholic, just a junior, Josh Brent is going to get a whole lot of scholarship offers next year. The big defensive lineman from Bloomington Central Catholic, wrapping up the all-Mattson D-line. At linebacker, we start in Washington. John Nelson was one of the emotional leaders of the Panthers. A terrific sideline-to-sideline linebacker, John Nelson of Washington. From DMAC, well, DMAC was all about their D. Adam Krejci was terrific, whether it was rushing the quarterback or dropping back in pass defense. Adam Krejci is standout on offense and defense, an all-Mattson linebacker. And from Princeville, we picked Michael DeVries. He was a ton at fullback, a ton at linebacker, an all-stater for the Princes, Michael DeVries. Our all-Mattson defensive backs has to start with Matt Pelton of Bloomington Central Catholic. A standout at quarterback, a terrific ball hawk on defense. Pelton had double-digit interceptions, bringing this one back for a score. From Normal Community, John Gannon always found a way to be around the football, coming up with timely play after timely play for the Ironmen in their terrific season. From Normal West, Andrew Childs found his way onto Rewind many times as well. Childs seemed to be around the ball many times for the Wildcats. And from Metamora, Adam Maurer, a great kid and a great football player. He makes it as a defensive back. He was also a great running back and great leader of the Metamora Redbirds, Adam Maurer. We're wrapping up our D-backs. We head to offense. We'll start at quarterback with an emerging star in Lexington. The Minutemen went to a wide-open passing attack this year, led by All-State junior quarterback Alex Tanney. Meanwhile, IVC finally made the playoffs, led by their 4-year veteran starting quarterback, Chris Shinley. The Gregos threw him out there as a freshman. As a senior, he made school history, leading IVC to the state playoffs. At running back, we'll honor another one of the IVC historic Gregos, Tim Ladd. When IVC needed to make their playoff run, they ran behind this guy. Tim Ladd had a monster senior season. Again, he'll go down in IVC history, leading the Gregos to their first ever playoff berth. It was a year to remember at Bushnell Prairie City Avon. Thanks to Clay Bricker, their senior star had over 2,000 yards rushing. He was tough between the tackles. He was electrifying on the outside. Clay Bricker on the all-Mattson team. Bloomington became a red-hot team late in the season. Valshawn Powell was the reason why. He had huge game after huge game for the Purple Raiders. He sat out football last year. He returned for a very memorable senior season. Peoria Richwoods has had a lot of great football players, but Doug Simper said the best he's ever seen is Sherrick McManus. He could do it all from Richwood, showing off his great track speed, showing off his power as well. Sherrick McManus, one to remember for Peoria Richwoods, wrapping up our running backs on the All-Mattson team. Wide receiver, well, Lexington's quarterback made our team. So does their wide receiver, Eric Schuler. He's starting to rewrite the Lexington record book, just a junior. He's a terrific all-state wide receiver for the Minutemen. From Morton, Matt Downing was a terrific weapon for the Potters. He had electrifying speed in the open field, and what a threat around the end zone. With his 6'4" size, he made big catch after big catch for the Potters. Matt Downing. From Lewistown, Scott Schaefer, another in the long line of great Lewistown wide receivers. He had a big year helping out quarterback Justin Levingston. And finally from DMAC, Benny Fritsch was simply the inspirational story of the year as he battled back from Hodgkin's disease. Forget the disease. This guy is a big-time football talent. Benny Fritsch, one of the best ever at DMAC, wrapping up our All-Mattson wide receivers. No doubt who's on the All-Mattson team at tight end, Michael Homanawananui. He did it all for the Central Catholic Saints. His name was hard to pronounce. A big name, a big talent, a Big Ten talent. The next time we see Michael Ho, he'll be catching passes for the Fighting Illini. Our offensive linemen will start with the guys who paved the way for those all-area running backs. Walter Smith of Peoria Richwoods was a ton on the line for the Knights. The Metamora Redbirds running game was terrific. We could honor any of their linemen, but we'll pick senior Billy Kearney. When Dunlap needed big yards, they usually ran to the left behind their big lineman. Tackle Jeff Erlinson makes the All-Mattson team. Pontiac had a great 4-year career from Christopher Newsom. Chris Newsom's headed to ISU to play baseball, but he was a very memorable lineman for the Pontiac Indians. Prairie Central had another terrific playoff season. They only had one returning offensive lineman, but Chris Angus proved to be a great lineman and a great leader for the Hawks. And from Elmwood Brimfield, well, they ran their way to another conference title, running the ball between the tackles. All their linemen were terrific, but we'll honor Court Hickey. And finally, our All-Mattson Coach of the Year. Well, there's not a classier coach in the area than Hud Venerable of Normal Community, leading his Ironman to a dream season. Hud Venerable, our All-Mattson team coach. We're taking a break. When we come back, the plays of the year on Football Rewind.
We showed off the best players a little while ago. It's now time to show off the best plays. We've had a lot of great highlights throughout the year. Right now, the plays of the year on Football Rewind. Our HOI 19 rewind cameras sometimes get a little too close to the action. Here's a good look at the Potters and Panthers.
Downing. You all right? I'm fine.
Sure?
I hold my camera. Yeah, I'm good.
Our cameraman, Drew Matthews, and the HOI 19 camera were all right after it's getting the exclusive upside-down look at the Potters and Panthers. How about this wild collision? Talk about the pursuit defense of the Washington Panthers. They're pursuing this Gray Ghost all the way to the Illinois River. We've got some more big hits to show you. These hits actually on the football field. Check out Teague Dentino of Metamora with the big stick. From DMAC, it's Brock Jones and Ryan Renner all over the Flanagan quarterback. And how about Normal Community's Jake Detmer saying hello to the Purple Raider. Boom! Morton's Alan Calkins with a fun highlight right here. Calkins in the playoffs versus Pontiac. A huge touchdown run for the Potters, and Calkins is all fired up. He's so excited he's going to jump in the arms of his offensive lineman, Chris Luton. Here he goes, Luton up in the air, and his lineman drops him. Hey, he blocks for you, that's all. He's not going to carry you all over the field. Chris Luton and Alan Calkins, the blooper right there. How about some great one-handed catches? Dietrich Richardson of Peoria Manual, the remarkable catch in the end zone for the Rams. That's worth another look. Richardson, look, Mom, just one hand. One-handed catches kind of became the theme of this season. From Pontiac, Ramey Mackinson with a ridiculous one-handed catch in the playoffs versus Morton. Well covered by the Potters, but Mackinson with the left hand makes the great catch for Pontiac. That, too, is worth another look. We're going to stick with round one of the playoffs. After that great catch by Mackinson, we head down the road a little bit to Prairie Central and watch this beautiful play. Cody Freed on the bomb to Thomas Harrison, and Harrison, wow, with one hand makes the catch and sprint to the end zone. What a remarkable play. Beautiful toss. Just a beautiful spiral by Freed. Harrison reaches out with that one hand and brings it in. One of the great catches of the year. Now, we've seen some great acrobatic catches. How about a kind of a goofy catch? Pekin's Chad Steinborn. Brandon Davis the pass. Steinborn the juggle and catches it between his legs for the Pekin touchdown. Nice effort right there by Chad Steinborn. Watch it again. The ball is deflected by Steinborn over the defensive back, and then he finds any way to catch it. He catches it with his legs on the ground for the Pekin touchdown right there. The catch of the year by Bloomington Central Catholics, Michael Homanawananui. Watch Homanawananui. He had 3 one-handed catches in the end zone. This ridiculous catch versus Mahomet. Oh my, what a grab by Michael Hull. That's worth another look again. The University of Illinois recruit showing why he's a Big Ten, big-time recruit for the Illini. That was the play of the year. Now the team of the year, Normal Community. Here's one reason why. Heads-up play. John Venerable, their senior captain, is hit at the line of scrimmage, so he pitches the ball to senior quarterback Craig Lutz for the touchdown. Can you tell Venerable's a coach's son? What a play. At the goal line, he is stuffed. Looks like Normal Community's in trouble, but Venerable turns, pitches the ball to Craig Lutz, and Lutz will walk into the end zone. From the team of the year to the story of the year, that was D-Mac's Benny Fritsch. Fritsch, the all-state star for D-Mac, was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease after 3 weeks. The Chiefs dedicated the season to number 29, but Benny was not done. Remarkably, 3 weeks later, Benny was back playing for the Chiefs. He was undergoing chemotherapy, so his hair started to fall out. So talk about support from your team. Every member of the D-Mac Chiefs shaved their head in support of Benny. And in his comeback game in a battle for first place at Ridgeview, guess who scored the first touchdown? Benny Fritsch. A remarkable, emotional comeback story. Benny Fritsch wrapping up the plays of the year.
Today is our final football rewind of the year. We'll have full coverage as Normal Community heads to Champaign and the state championship game all week long on HOI 19. But we want to thank you for watching Football Rewind all year. We certainly want to thank our sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings, again in Peoria, Bloomington, and East Peoria. If you get a chance, if you're in Buffalo Wild Wings, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the wings, enjoying the food, well, be sure and thank them for sponsoring Football Rewind. They made it possible all year to show you all these great highlights. Right now, we wrap up our final Football Rewind of the year at semifinal Saturday with Normal Community Wow.